Well, welcome and welcome back for another session of Mythlanders. This is session 44 of Goblin Stone. Over the last few sessions, our heroes have cut and slashed and fought their way to the top. Now they are in the lair of the Masters. Last session, they fought through several hobgoblins, some of those Betezu, those sort of cursed goblins, as well as a few wargs that ambushed them. There was a massive trap in the chamber that they had to cross. Huge heads of dragons mounted on plaques breathed fire and poison gas into the middle of the area. But our heroes survived, made their way in through some locked doors to discover what they think is the lair of one of the masters. Empty, full of strange relics that our heroes, likely wisely, did not touch or interact with. Instead, they barricaded the door or fixed the lock so it couldn't be picked or opened from the outside, and managed to get a long rest, all the while hobgoblins hammering the door ready for them. What do you all recall from last session? What did I leave out? Lokag? Big Bri? Any other details or questions?
Let's see. We, Merlin took some power from the strange circle in the back of this room that we barricaded ourselves in, and there was an eyeball looking at it.
Yeah.
Lots of cursed objects in this room that no one has touched, which is, I think, a good thing.
Heck yeah. Nick, how about you? How about Clifford?
What Clifford remembers is that this is part of some ritual. Yeah, maybe disrupting this might be a good idea, breaking shit up. So he's thinking there might be a time to start blowing things up and ruining this whole ritual, if you can find a connection. But yeah, that's kind of the angle I remember for Cliff.
Yeah. All right. How about Loquitur?
There's a tower there, right? The tower with the glowing orb up in the middle of the room. It's freaking me out. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a round structure of some sort of golden metal. It's not gold, but it could be sort of brazen steel. And there's a massive citrine, but it's only about 2 feet high. The whole stand and everything. Looks like a massive gem and setting, like jewelry of some giant creature, perhaps.
Wow, got it.
Well, Loquitur, how about you? What do you recall from last session?
I recall that we have killed quite a lot of goblins on the way through. So,
Yeah.
X is feeling pretty happy about the body count, I guess. Sending souls to Masha.
Yeah.
So, we're doing his God's work, I suppose, in one way or another. I remember that, yeah, we have to figure out how to disrupt this ritual, and there was some hint about dragons that I think is still unresolved. So, you gotta figure that out.
Fair. All right, Jay Fink, how about you? How about Jay Finky? Sorry.
Not a whole lot, as I came in closer to the end, but yes, remember that last room, and having to roam around the traps and then lock ourselves in. There's a whole lot else to add.
Yeah. All good. Well, how about you, Pon Pon? Any questions? Anything to add?
What are my rats doing so close to that door?
The Dungeon
It's
Master
locked
has made a
on.
mistake.
Ah, yes, that would be a mistake because my buddy is not getting hurt again.
Definitely feel free to place them wherever you like.
I have to orient myself. I seem to have slipped consciousness since last I was here, so let's see. What would be the safest place for them, you think? That's not too far away.
So the door, on the other side of this door, is where hobgoblins had been, you all were hearing. There are definitely hobgoblins on the other side of this door. So Lokag is resting up against the door. And I had imagined that the rats were sort of climbed up high, ready to drop down on creatures. But
Swarm can stay. They, sometimes you have to sacrifice for my Bubby.
Nothing can happen to Bubby. Understood. Alright, so just transitioning back over to the map where you all are currently resting. The sounds of the sort of hammering on the stone door were intermittent throughout you all's rest. And Lokag, you can kind of continue to hear them shifting and moving. Everyone can make insight or perception checks to get an idea of maybe what the hobgoblins are doing out there. All right. 15 for Clifford. 14 for Helena. Yeah, they're definitely repositioning themselves. X, it sounds like some of them have moved far across the chamber. But you think there's a few still outside the doors. With that perception check, yeah, they're not trying to sneak, so you think there's 4 right around the door itself, and the rest have moved off into that massive chamber to the west. So as you all rest in this strange place, dangerous place, that unhallowed feeling of the chamber and that massive citrine putting off that dull, ugly red light is somewhat uneasy making. The security brought by your powerful allies is really the only thing that makes rest possible in here. You'll have a bit of a meal from your rations, and otherwise you all are able to rest. Is there anything that anybody else wants to do during that 8-hour period where you all are resting?
Make good cheeses.
Okay.
Pass out the good cheeses.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm tempted to throw a blanket over that light. It's creeping me out.
How we
Is
know
that
if
too
something
much?
changes?
I don't know, man.
We're
Watch
committing
this.
to a full rest.
It's freaking me out. I can't sleep.
It's freaking out not to watch it.
I thought we committed to a short rest.
Looks like we're getting a long one.
I had remembered that you all were trying to get a long rest. Am I mistaken about that? Does anybody else remember us trying to get a long rest?
I'm not going to complain for giving us a long rest.
Well, you
I
all
don't
were able to
remember.
earn one, so it's up to you whether you take a long rest or a short rest.
Take it. Those against?
No, I think because I thought we were on a time table.
No, you all have. You suspect that you have disrupted and slowed down their ritual by disrupting now 3 of the magic seals involved with it.
Perfect.
Well, if I can figure out a little more about what this what this orb does. I know the Cliff's not really particularly great at it, but he's got a little investigation skill. Otherwise, he's not so great at figuring these things out. But
Well, that's up to you if you want to go and examine those things.
yeah, I mean, he'll sort of look into it and just be like trying to find a fault, trying to figure out if it's watching him. Maybe that's an inside roll.
Now, which thing are you looking at? The orb here, the massive.
Yeah.
Oh,
The creepy one. Yeah.
The crystal, the gem. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
So, staring into it, make a wisdom saving throw as you examine it and look in through the facets of crystal with the dull red light that blooms within.
Oh, crit.
Something inside just wants to reach into you and sort of pull out your strength, slowing you down and limiting your movements. But you resist the powerful pull within the gem.
I'm going to throw my cloak over it, if I can, in this moment, while I'm
Yeah.
overcoming it.
Absolutely.
He'll throw throw the cloak over it and be like, he just sort of shakes, and he probably doesn't say a word for a moment. He just looks haunted for the next 30 seconds.
Okay. What about X? Is there anything that he does during the rest? Oh, you're eating. Sorry, I can come back to you.
No, I think maybe Lokag and I are working on a way to get these gigantic weapons in and out of the haversack during combat, so that he can have access to his big sword when he wants it. So we'll try, if he's willing, we'll try to work out a little combat maneuver.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You know, Lokag's always up for some sparring and training.
Awesome. What do you come up with?
So, Lokag suggests, right, that if the haversack, it seems magical to him. I mean, he is the party arcanist, so he definitely knows how it works. But it seems to him that if you can get the hilt out of the haversack, you can kind of use momentum to get the rest of it out and just kind of... So he's thinking like a quick trade where it's like he's going to take his glaive, maybe hold the haversack open, he stabs the glaive in, turns his hand and grabs the sword, pull it out as he grows larger.
So X can like hold the handle of the sword up out of the bag.
Yeah.
You lend your object interaction to it.
Yeah.
That's fine. Yeah. Okay. So you all pretty quickly work out a system for Lokag to be able to switch out his weapons. You just have to get close enough to X.
And then I think while we're eating, I'm going to give the party a lecture. And the lecture is going to be very, very long and wordy, and it's going to sound something like this. Stop outrunning Bless at the start of combat. That's it. That's the whole speech. That's pretty long for X.
Yeah, it is.
Pretty
good. So, for Helena, toward the end of last session, the question of trapping this corridor was brought up. Maybe trapping this area, attempting to draw the hobgoblins in. Is that still something that you all want to do? And Helena, did you have any thoughts about that?
Setting a trap?
Yeah, trying to trap this corridor, and I think draw the hobgoblins in was something that an idea that was entertained toward the end of last session.
Okay, well that sounds like something Helena would be into, and I like the little collection of characters around her that makes sense. They would help with said activity. I think the swarm of rats could be part of the trap. You said they're up high, right?
Yeah.
So maybe they can like jump down, and it distracts them and makes them fall into, oh gosh, something awful, something spiky, sticky, fiery, maybe. But my rats, I don't know. I mean, they're clever. They'll probably evade it okay. They're small,
Yeah. Well, you could definitely use your rats to distract the enemy and give them, and give allies advantage to attack a particular enemy. That's certainly possible.
That's definitely going to be a thing. I think we need something more than that. Something. Is there anything in the room? Are there any anything that looks dangerous, sharp, sticky, smelly, flammable?
You haven't found anything. The place is actually decently clean of dust and debris. There is a chest that was in what you think is the sleeping chambers of Englob, the Dark Paladin. But other than that, you all haven't found anything like any of those substances, no.
Did we open the chest?
No.
Well, Helena's going to be trying to do that as well.
Okay.
Jesus, do I have to do everything around here? Is it hard to get open?
It is locked.
Is it this right here?
It's the thing to the north.
That makes more sense.
Oh.
Well, I got here first, so whatever's in here is, probably mine, unless I don't want it. I might need traps, you know.
Well, let me know if you need a hand.
I mean, I'll try. Yeah, I might. But, you know, we've got time.
I'm just watching the master at work.
You work at it, but the lock itself evades you, even with that D4.
Can I use a help action to give another roll?
Sure.
Because I have the skill as well.
Yeah, Helena, if you want to roll that again, you can. While Clifford helps you pick the lock.
With advantage?
Just a second roll to simulate that
yeah.
advantage. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, a little help doesn't hurt sometimes. In other ways, it still does. Anyway.
Maybe.
Yeah, it looks like you got to get in another inch or two in there. I don't know.
You made it worse!
I can't figure this out. I'm sorry.
All right.
Just trying to help. I guess conceivably I could try as well, or is it for the
Well, no,
whole
that's
party?
gonna be both
for
your
us,
characters'
yeah.
attempts. So another character could
All right.
attempt.
All right.
Lokag, seeing them struggle, is going to come up
Smash.
and he's going to try and force it open.
All right,
Nice.
make an athletics check.
Nice.
Awesome.
Nice.
He's like, "Oh my god, come on, guys!" And he's gonna take his hammer. He's gonna smash it one time, and then he's gonna try and just pry it open with his bare hands. And he gets an 11.
I can't
This
help
is
you
a
with
solid steel chest. You put a slight dent in the lock plate, but beyond that, there's no other effect.
Okay, this is crazy. This is
X also has thieves' tools.
that. You want to try? I would love it
Probably
if you
just
were
made
just
the
like,
DC harder. But
Helena's
smash-
just sitting. She's just sitting in the corner, like pouting, like I should have gotten it.
I'm gonna ask Helena for help. Show me what went wrong. Show me what.
Yeah,
you
I'll show
did.
you. I'll show you what Cliff did wrong.
Nice, perfect.
Unfortunately, Helena cannot give the help action on it as she exhausted her attempt.
Oh,
She can point those things out, but is not going to be able to actually mechanically give advantage on that. Day 20.
Oh,
There's a
nice.
satisfying series of clicks as everybody looks over your shoulder and tries to give you advice on how to pick the lock. But soon you have all the tumblers popped up and you can open the lid.
I loosened it.
yeah.
X, you actually think all the fumbling around inside the lock and the hammering actually made it harder for you to pick it.
I think this is Millie's success.
That's why I don't get involved.
The only one that left it alone.
But what's in it? Come on. She just like gets in there and opens it.
X jumps back when she opens it, leaping out of the way so that she gets to take any traps to the face.
Which is smart. As Helena needs to make a Constitution saving throw versus poison, as this dull yellow gas billows out of the chest as you open it.
Oh no!
Rat girl, no!
Oh, I'm looking for it. There it is. 19.
Success. You suffer no ill effects of the poison, other than a slight burning in your throat.
It's fine. It's fine.
Inside, there are multiple suits of armor, or pieces rather. They are tattered, buckled. There's massive dents in the front of a breastplate. There's slashes in the chainmail. The pattern of rust on everything indicates dried blood. For the most part, it looks like trophies, but there's a small sort of tray in the top of it over to the left that has 2 vials of gleaming red liquid, a small velvet, or worn velvet pouch, and then a large something wrapped in leather.
Helena picks up the mysterious red vial. Oh. Wonder if it's explosive. She starts to shake it a little bit.
It looks like a very potent potion of healing.
Oh.
Were there 2 of them, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Well, this might help in a pinch. Anyone? Takers?
I mean, I'll take one to put on Locag later when he needs it.
I think Billy should have one.
Yeah.
Helena passing
Seem
them
to
out.
Get up front often. This now.
Sure, I'll take one. What's the deal with the armor?
It is pieces of armor.
Oh.
It's all mismatched. It all looks like a similar sort of crude craftsmanship. The style of it doesn't look like anything you've seen. It matches only some of the armor you've seen on the goblins. Stuff from another world, it seems like.
Maybe we could give the goblins tetanus.
Is the metal familiar?
Yeah, it's steel
Like-
and iron,
Oh.
but the way it's designed is very different.
Yeah.
None of it seems useful. You
No.
suspect that it's trophies, perhaps, from battles.
Well, at least it wasn't completely junk.
True.
I might grab a piece. I'd grab a little memento, maybe just a small hauberk or something.
All right, yeah, I mean, there's like strips and panels of tattered chainmail, rotted and slashed up leather armor bracers and greaves.
I make better armor than that.
It's true. A helm that looks like it's been buckled by a warhammer.
Nice. All right.
Suspecting that this is victims of Anglobs. The blows indicate incredible strength.
Oh.
There's still a small worn velvet pouch and something curved, something straight and long, wide on one end, narrow on the other, wrapped in leather. Does either of those items interest anyone?
Maybe I could use the strips. Set up some kind of trip with the straps. I don't know. Maybe stones fall. Where takes like the that you could the tie or pin to something like shard of metal. You could use to push something into something else. Or use as a spike or whatever. She just takes odds and ends like that.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of bent and sharp sort of pieces of metal that you could pry off pieces of armor.
Could we use it to make?
Go ahead, X.
Could we use it to make some goblin dummies? They had dummies up front, or like little
Oh.
statues of goblins.
They
Are
did.
these? Ah.
There's little enough to stuff it with, except for the tattered remains of a rug.
Ah.
But you could probably make at least 2 dummies pretty quickly and easily with the armor and
I love
the
it.
rug.
I'll help out. Sure.
Then we'd have 3 dummies.
Well, how heavy is the stone chair that's over there?
Pretty heavy, hundreds of pounds. It's pretty large.
Well, with low CAG and all of us, but mostly low CAG.
Yeah, you could move it.
Move it and maybe set it up above the door that with a tripwire or something. So when they come in, they can flatten them.
That would be incredibly tough to get it up in that level and suspend it, but it is doable.
Yeah, I don't know if we have the block and tackle. And the other things we could do is block the entrance room with that, so that it's a bottleneck, and then we can kind of fire at will from the room with the treasure into the big room, maybe, and use that to block that hallway because it's only like 15, 20 wide for cover.
Also possible.
We could just drag it over there.
I do like both of those options. I mean, Helena ultimately wants to smash things, but the player here likes both of those.
Yeah, I just don't know how we're going to lift it without... The rope has to be strong enough to hold that weight, unless Lokak could just lift it up over his head and just, like, hold it. Hold on, hold it there, we're tying it off. But even then, I don't know how long it holds.
Well, you also have some pitons that you could hammer in to the rock to sort of help balance it and hold it up. And the trap mechanisms that you all had made in the square, you could definitely rig something up for that to fall down.
That'd be awesome if we can do it.
Helena likes traps.
I'd say do it. I think that's epic.
All right. We'll need an athletics check from Lokag with advantage, as everybody is helping him with this.
Thanks. That's a 23.
23 plus a guidance. Success.
Guidance.
Takes some doing. Takes some sweat to get it out and into the next chamber. Where are you all thinking about placing it? Just inside the door? Or inside this corridor next to you?
Either one's good. Either one's good to me. This corridor is closer.
That's the main thing I was thinking.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. I can carry it forever.
Wait, a little to the left.
I will say everyone can make insight checks on this really quickly, as there is an optimal choice.
Cool. 23.
All right. Lokag, Clifford, Millie. You all, you recognize that the door and door frame is lower. There's about 5-6 feet of ceiling above the door frame, where you could hide this massive chair behind it.
Yes.
If you put it here, they would see it hanging on the ceiling pretty easily.
Right. So we put it back behind the upper wall.
All right.
I like it.
I will just make a square. Does that look like a good location there?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
And we wait for them to kind of charge in and try to melee with us and then drop it, right?
Seems like the idea. It
Yep.
seems like that's what you are thinking about.
Like it. Like it a lot.
Gravelix and Merlun often to set up a couple of other tripwires. I have ideas to slow the enemy down. It may not do much damage, but it will certainly keep them from overwhelming us. After, of course, that falls.
This is why you are leader, Merlin.
Yes! Merlun is leader! He kind of looks around at everybody.
Helena makes a face.
Clifford gives a little salute.
Lokak gives a thumbs up.
Marlon eyes
X
Helena for
plans
several
the
more
prop-
moments. Sorry, go ahead, X.
X plans the proper time to send him to Matcha.
Awesome.
Really just nods out. This goblin is insane.
So he's thinking of putting a tripwire sort of north to south here, east to west here. And if ever, depends on where you all want to set up to capitalize on these traps. And he'll set everything up accordingly.
I think you want a front line here to get people to bottleneck and then drop it on them, like by 15 feet from the entrance or 20, so they bring them in. That would be cool, and then we could pull back, and then any other one people come through, we could take them out. So the tripwires can slow them down. We just have to not step on them. Sounds
Also,
good to me.
Also, I want to tell the rats that, with communicating to them as I do, that once the big stone falls, if there are any goblins that come out around that, just distract them. Make sure that they just stop them from moving as much as you can.
They each kind of twitch their whiskers, indicating that they have heard your orders and will do their best. They each have fierce looks in their eyes.
I'll be making cheese for days when this is all done.
Whiskers twitch excitedly now. Quickly sort of calm back down into almost a studied readiness. Roland indicates that I will stand here, he says, lowering his voice just a bit as not to be heard from beyond. I can cover them in fey fire, making them easier for you all to hit. Do not fail, Marlon!
I mean, clearly Lokag volunteers to be on the front lines.
Fair.
What do you think, Millie? Where are you going to be?
Close to the front is probably better as well.
I'm more of a midfielder. I get up in the front sometimes, pull back a bit.
I really think we should draw them in here. That other room is a bit dangerous.
Yeah.
Into
Big
where?
Beyond the light, is what you're saying.
Oh, where the chest was?
Yeah, I think we draw them back there if we can. They're going to try to draw us out too, so it'll be interesting.
For sure. Okay. So Merlin kind of amends his thoughts, and let me put a couple of lines. We'll put some tripwires. Wrong tool.
Wait, where's everyone going? Why is everyone away? I thought we were going to shoot at them.
I think we may try to lure them in here. But I'm thinking...
Shouldn't we start by holding them for a minute and piling them up a bit, and then we have this room to back up to after? That's what I was thinking.
I do like the idea of just shooting them.
I mean, I say we do a hit and run. This is friends. You gotta
Well, maybe-
think like a goblin. You gotta get the goblin in your head.
Well, what if you and I, as the team that we are, we
Yeah.
shoot the crap out of them until we get overwhelmed and then run and lead
I'm
them
into
that
it.
way?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. We'll hide and shoot and hide. We'll set up maybe we can set up some cover kind of between here and there. Around the glow
Yeah.
thing.
That's a great idea.
This precious little cover. The only other thing is the massive slab or the iron chest.
Yeah.
What's this round orange thing next to Helena?
That is what seems to be a large censer, like that would swing on a chain in a temple. It was billowing with nasty smoke until Millie poured holy water in there, quenching the coals inside. So it's just a massive
behind
sort of sphere of sort of filigreed metal.
It's hanging though.
No, it's sitting on the floor.
Can I
we
hide
hide?
behind it?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah,
definitely.
boy.
And I'll hide around the corner. Clifford will hide over here, and we'll look at each other knowingly.
So, Lokag brings up an idea to X and Millie, and he knows they're pretty sneaky, perhaps good at hiding. And he's wondering if the idea that Lokag has is to use their help to camouflage him against the wall or on the floor behind this pillar, and wait for the goblins to come in the room and then attack them from behind.
Oh,
And like a surprise attack after they've
like
chased some friends into the other, like, assuming we can draw them in.
does anyone have a disguise kit to make you blend in, like a Terminator or not a Terminator?
Yeah, I was thinking very much like
Predator?
the Predator style,
Predator,
where Arnold,
yeah.
covers himself in mud.
Self with the mud, exactly. That's what I was
Yeah.
thinking.
Can we
Cliff
do the
can
high
move
five?
mud around. Yeah.
What's that,
Fuck yeah.
Helena?
Can we do a high five?
Big muscular handshake thing.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, so with a little work, a little just banging around, I could probably create enough dirt and dust and mud that I could create mud with Move Earth, maybe, and be able to pack it on him, so he's essentially
Absolutely.
like blending in.
Yeah.
So he'll do a little bit of like, banging, I guess, shaving off whatever kind of. There's not a lot of dirt; it's mostly stone, but there's got to be a lot of junk. So he'll whirl that up into something. Mix in a little water, make a little formula, and you can, we'll paste you in there so you're camouflaged. I don't know what skill roll that is. I don't know if that's sleight of hand or is it.
Let's do a sleight of
disguise
hand.
kit?
Let's do a sleight of
All right,
hand.
sleight of hand. Okay. Okay, a 10. Hopefully that's good enough.
Okay. You do an adequate job.
I'm not an artist. Works for me most of the time.
You get his front covered pretty well, which is really all that matters.
All right. Good.
All right. So awesome. Now, Lokag, you can make a stealth check with advantage. And let's see here. Marlon decides to wait at this corner. If they're gonna, hopefully the goblins are gonna come around the corner. He's gonna, from there, try to lay down some fairy fire. Gravelix also decides to, let's see here. He might also hide with Helena if she's all right with that.
Yeah, she kind of likes him.
Okay, yeah. He kind of pads over and looks sort of hesitantly at Helena's hiding spot, and he kind of gestures to himself and then to the ground next to you.
She gives him a thumbs up.
He quickly moves into place and pulls out an arrow, knocks it onto his short bow, and turns to Helena and gives an excited sort of, several, like a series of nods. Where he's like, yes. We fight together.
Yeah, we're gonna shoot him up real good.
He just grins. All right. What about X? Where is X going to place himself? And someone's got to open the door, or at least clear the lockout for them to be able to open it.
You're the lock expert. You created this mess.
So there won't be any checks necessary. I'm just going and digging the chips of stone that you packed into the lock to make it easy, or make it possible for someone to use a key or locks to open the massive doors.
Oh, where do we want to put the dummies? We had some dummies we wanted to make.
Yeah, we're going to make a couple of dummies out of these guys.
Great. If I put myself right in the middle here, every person is 35 feet away.
Ah.
Perfect.
I can't bless a single person from this square.
Oh, man.
Hey,
Here, I'm moving in tighter. I remember the rule. Oh, now you're farther away.
This goalpost is moving.
Damn it.
Still hiding here?
Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
Oh. You need Millie to move forward and get a piece of the action. How many blessings are upon us?
I can do
All
4
of us?
people.
All right.
So who do you want to get the most? Everybody but you and the goblins? X? Is that what you're thinking?
No, the person who casts the bless always needs to have the bless on, so that
That's smart.
make
Yeah.
concentration checks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'd gladly give it to everybody but me, but it makes sense for the blesser to have it. So, I mean, I'm willing to give it to everybody. I think Lokag's the one who needs at least to hit rolls, because he's got reckless attacks, but it really does help with the saves.
It's true. Yeah.
It does,
So-
yeah.
So I would say either Lokag or Millie get left out, but I'm not partial to. I mean, whoever feels better having it or not is fine by me.
Okay. Millie, Lokag, strong feelings either way?
I vote Millie takes the bless. I don't. I'll be all right without it. Lokag thinks it'll make him less stealthy.
Right. You get that glow, that shine. Just to
Yes, I
reflect
don't want to
everything.
glow like Golden Girl.
All right.
So who gets the honor of opening the door?
I mean, I'll open it. You're the one who's gonna lock it, but I'm fine with opening it. Can we set up the dummies by the door? So I'd like to have the dummies kind of on the other side of the second tripwire, so they come around the corner and try to get to them. So I could, I don't know if you created dummies yet, but I could just create a little. I'm thinking, oh, there you go, dummies, yay! So yeah, like here, I'm thinking 2 dummies here to make them want to come there, and then hopefully they'll go over the tripwire. Cliff can do it if you want. I'll open the door. It's fine. Hopefully, I don't have to worry about the tripwires if I know they're there.
True. Now,
What makes the rock fall? Also, what's the trigger to make the rock fall? Someone opening the door?
I assume so,
No.
but it's up to you. It could be a tripwire on the ground as well. So,
I think that we'll go with tripwire because I don't want
That's
to go
what I
off.
imagined.
okay.
Yeah.
And you don't necessarily have to open the door, just clearing it so that they could unlock it, because they keep attempting to unlock it. And
Yeah.
and that would
Alright.
save you from taking the brunt of several attacks as soon as you open the door, and that kind of thing.
Perfect. So yeah, I'll do that and then stealthily try to move back.
All right. And X, you're just sort of waiting for combat to start, and you're going to bless.
Yep, kind of ready to action to bless, sort of a thing.
Okay. All right. Any other preparation you all want to make before Clifford clears the lock?
Feel it. I'm ready.
Millie will cast Shield of Faith on herself.
Okay. All right. Well, if there's nothing else to prepare, Clifford clears out the lock, and a few minutes later, you all can hear hobgoblin voices through the door. It's hard to make out what they're saying, Clifford. But you hear the massive lock squeal as it is unlocked. The door opens. Currently, none of you all can see the door itself. You can hear the hushed whispers of hobgoblins. And then some louder speech from the hobgoblins. It's hard to make out exactly what they're saying. It seems like, real short, truncated, perhaps like a battle speech that they're using. But the gist of it, it seems that they are hesitant to just enter, getting orders from the commander of the group. A few moments pass in uneasy silence as tension builds a bit. Then, Clifford, you hear another command from the commander saying that a few should enter. and Scout. Give me just a moment. You all hear a high-pitched twanging sound of the tripwire being broken, the rumbling of the massive throne falling.
Har, 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 har.
It's always so good to watch it execute.
You hear the pained grunts and screams of 2 hobgoblins as they are crushed by the massive chair. Clifford, you hear panicked shouting from the other hobgoblins now. And silence falls as the goblins sort of assess their next move. A few moments later, that command is reissued. And you hear the booted steps of 2 more hobgoblins creeping into the chamber. A swarm of rats sort of waits above as they crawl and climb underneath, past the chair.
Yes, my lovelies.
They are moving pretty slowly, pretty cautiously.
Can I take a shot at him?
As soon as they pop out, one of them hits one of the tripwires. And a dex save for them. So yeah, they do not fall prone. You can make your attack. I just wanted to see if they were...
Sure.
So yeah, it just sort of leans out, stumbles into the tripwire, and starts to step back away.
All right. As it's stumbling, I'm shooting.
Okay.
Bam.
At the same time, it
Straight up.
fires with its longbow at one of the dummies.
16 to hit.
16 is a hit. This one does not have a shield.
All right. Did I have advantage because I was
Yes.
hiding before? I don't just fish. I'll fish for a crit.
That's right.
What's
15.
that?
I said that's right.
Yeah.
15. Not better,
Yeah.
but that 16 is still going to hit.
Yeah. So 13 damage to that guy, and I believe he is vexed, which means my next attack will have advantage.
Awesome. Go ahead and drop that in chat. Is it your next attack or just the next attack?
Good question.
Yeah.
I think it might be the, but I'll double check.
Okay.
Your next attack.
Okay.
My
yours.
next attack.
Awesome.
That's what I thought. I'll put it.
Helena, you can also make an attack on that hobgoblin. It is still standing.
Uh-huh.
Target practice.
That's right. Is that with sneak?
Yeah, you are stealthing. You're hidden, so...
Oh, looks like-
Well, roll us a stealth check first, and we'll make sure that
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I should have done that too. I'll roll one. It wouldn't have mattered, but
23.
definitely, for both of you, absolutely. So, yeah, Helena, you can make that check with it, or that attack with advantage.
Awesome. And...
Is Bless up yet or no?
Yeah, well, it's all happening right now, so not just yet.
surprise round.
25
Ooh.
is a hit.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. Nice.
Now to 15 damage. Yes.
Whoa.
Awesome.
Damn.
You can feel free to describe or pass as you finish off the hobgoblin.
She goes, I love a well-executed trap.
And the beauty of it is he's dead, so he can't tell any trap he avoided.
I still have 2 more shots, too, right?
That's just a ready action, so...
Oh, okay.
But coming into it now, let's see here. We can...
Yeah, it's only on our turn that
Yeah.
we can get that extra attack.
But we can go ahead and highlight our tokens, roll initiative. Bless is now active on everybody.
Nice. Ambush, baby.
Oh, I didn't mean to roll that with advantage. I'm sorry.
All good.
I got a criticative.
It didn't
11?
show up in chat for some reason. Let me go ahead and fix that.
Why would it be a point anything? I don't understand where the point numbers
That is a tie. It's set up for tiebreakers. Yeah.
It's simply your dexterity score. So I rolled an initiative, and my dexterity score is 16. So if somebody else rolled an 11 with an 18, it'd be 11.18.
Okay. Thank you.
And sometimes people mix it up and like if your perception is better, then like maybe pick whatever metric kind of applies to the situation too.
Okay. That's cool.
But I like the standard is dex, yeah.
All right. Just need one for Millie.
Like I bet if it was a social situation where you're having like a party and one person like is gonna poison somebody and you had to roll initiative and it was like much more of like a gothic tale, then it would be insight, or society. You'd roll society roll. like in Pathfinder.
All right. So coming in at the top of the order, reacting first is Clifford.
All right. Well, there's one guy I can shoot, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's within range, so yeah, I'll pop a few off at him.
Don't hit my rats.
I won't. Oh, there's a 14 hit.
14 is gonna miss.
All right.
This one
Pop
has
in
their
another.
sword and shield up as opposed to their bow. Now 18
All
right.
beats
Plus.
it, beats it. Nice, 18
All
and
right.
plus. So yeah, go ahead and roll a d4 for that 14.
Oh, D4. Oh, right, for the blessing, yeah. So, oh, that's true. So it would have been a 17. So 2 hits?
That 17 is not going to hit, unfortunately.
Oh,
Chainmail
okay,
and
we found-
shields. Yeah.
We found the number. All right. So I would apply it to, so anyway, 12 damage with the second shot.
Okay.
And I'll go ahead and drop another.
You're Gloomstalker, right?
Yeah, let's try to get an extra attack.
Yeah.
Oh, and I do a crit because he's unaware, right?
Correct.
Don't I auto crit?
Let's pull it up. I'm not sure what it is in 2025.
I will pull it up here. At the start of each turn, your speed increases by 10. Once per turn, let's see. Dreadful Strike. When you attack a creature and hit it with a weapon, you get an extra 2 psychic damage. That's just a separate thing. Wait, where is it? No, I don't think it's not giving us that anymore.
It must have changed
That's
it,
an
yeah.
old one.
Okay.
Yeah, so, but I can do the Dreadful Strike. I think I'm saving that, though. But I
Okay.
will use my Hunter's Mock.
Okay.
So that's another D6. And I will put that on him for now. Because I can move that around. We'll get the party started. So another 2. So we're looking at 14 damage.
Okay. Hobgoblin is hurt but does not fall.
All right. And then I will... I'll go ahead and keep myself as a target if someone wants to come around. I'd rather shoot me than Helena. So he'll hold the line there. And I think he's going to get prone. I think prone feels like a good place to be right now. So he'll drop prone
Okay.
and line up on the next shot. So no ready to action because he used his actions, but that's it.
All right. Merlin charges toward that massive gym in its setting, ducks behind it, looks out over it, and readies an action to... actually, he would probably be smarter for him to move north.
Do blesses stack? If 2 people cast bless, do you get plus?
No, they don't.
2d8?
They don't stack.
That's probably a good thing.
All right.
You just have a scary cleric party.
Well, no. If Merlin moves there, then it's gonna really kind of ruin Lokag's stealth. So he'll stay where he is and ready his action for a fairy fire when there's enough people for it to be useful. What does Lokag do? He's sort of hanging back and waiting. You charge out of
Lokag
hiding.
is not here.
Okay.
It's It's just up against the wall.
Do you have
There
like a
is
ready
no
action to
note
charge out, or
Yeah, I mean, if they. So the plan for me is I'm waiting until my crew retreats and I want to attack from the rear.
okay?
So I'm thinking I'll ready an action to if I can ready an action to maybe like
To move.
to move
For
and
sure.
because it's just one or the other, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, as far as ready
Okay.
actions, yeah.
Okay. Then I'll. You know what? I think my ready action will be to rage if someone spots me. How about that?
Up
If
to
I
you,
think
yeah.
if I think someone spot me, I want to go into a rage because if they attack me, I want to have that half damage on.
Fair. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, with a ready action to rage when spotted. Next in the order is Helena.
Ah, you know what I'm gonna do. Can I, at my angle, can I see anyone?
Let's see here. No.
Doesn't seem like there's anywhere I can maneuver where I could.
You can by Cliff. Cliff was able
Yeah.
to shoot from there, so come down next to me, you probably fire and then, get out of the way again.
Cliff
Like here?
has dark vision.
Oh, it's not lit up?
No.
Oh,
It was light in this
Probably.
chamber, and it's light in the chamber beyond.
Well, this thing's covered. The gem is covered, so there's light, but there's other light.
Yeah.
Some you could.
Oh, yeah,
is it
never mind.
what?
Let's see
Is
here.
it to throw a torch in? Is it an action to throw the torch, or is it something you can do as a?
No, sorry. There should be
Object.
there should be a little bit of dim light in there. For some reason, the map's just not showing that. So yeah, Helena, you
Oh,
you
okay.
can make that attack from where you are now.
okay. That's just regular, right? Like no advantage. Or...
Yeah. Correct.
Oh,
Ooh, nice.
Ooh,
oh,
damn.
That is definitely gonna hit.
wow, wow. I think my septic strikes are on there, which is fine. I'll just turn them off for the next one.
All right, you can feel free to describe or pass as you finish off that hobgoblin.
I got nothing. I've been full of it. I just drew a blank.
Mhm.
Yeah, so you just round the corner and fire
Bam,
a
bam, bam.
silvery arrow that appears in your hand as you draw right through the creature's throat. Before it can hit the ground, the arrow has vanished. You still have more movement, your bonus action, and all of that. Seems like the goblins are being very careful.
I could shoot 2 more times. It's unfortunate there isn't anything else to shoot.
True.
I guess I'll go back and hide.
Okay, you can go back and take cover, but it takes your action to hide, unfortunately.
Okay.
All right.
Well, oh, that's right. I always think I'm part.
Yeah,
I'm not-
yeah. She's a ranger that plays like a rogue, except the
Yeah.
cunning action. Yeah.
Next level. Take a rogue next level. I've been thinking about it. It'd be pretty cool to have rogues. Be able to do rogue stuff.
It wouldn't be off Lena, so
We wouldn't be getting 2 attacks even.
No, it wouldn't be off-brand at all. All right. Well, next in the order is Millie. You can tell that the hobgoblins are being very careful, sending a few in at a time. Perhaps you could goad them into attacking, or whatever else you decide. What does Millie do?
Millie will move up to where X is and hold her action if any enemies come. Get close enough to get attacked. She'll shoot it with the crossbow. That's about it from there.
Okay. Let's see here. Gravelix. seems to be getting a bit antsy. He slips out around the brazier. Oh yeah. Now he'll sort of look uncertainly toward Helena, and hold his action as well. What about X?
X will fade back and hide.
Okay.
I think just kind of around this corner,
Okay.
waiting to pop out and be useful at some point.
All right. Clifford, you can still hear. You can hear some distant conversation. It sounds like they're on the other side of the massive chamber. A voice rasps out in thickly accented common. There is no place for you to go. You may as well come to us and die with honor. No more goblins enter. What does Clifford do?
Clifford's going to respond. He'll let him know. He'll kind of move half in, avoiding the trap there, kind of standing behind the dummy.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll holler, at this point, we're just going to slaughter anyone who comes in. This is on God, by the way.
Right.
So you really, the best bet is just send all your forces in at once and overwhelm us. We're all, I'm not trying to do any deception. I'm just telling him the honest fact. This is going to take all day if you don't send all your forces in. It's just a strategic move. I mean, it's just logic. But, you can just keep sending in 2 at a time while we take them out. That's fine by us. We can just keep shooting all day.
Make a persuasion check.
All right. Cliff is not great at that, but let's see.
I would also accept intimidation.
Okay, I rolled a fucking crit, so I'm happy.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
So 19. He has a -1. And then Cliff will move back. And come and get it! Dinner's ready!
Very well. Prepare to die here. Anything else for Clifford?
He'll ready an action to shoot at anyone. He'll kind of get back here with X, kind of smile. Incoming.
Okay.
And he'll have his pistol pointed.
Merlun keeps his position, and let's see here. Oh goodness! So he would have probably smarter than that.
He'll be here. It's fine.
Yeah, he can't keep readying spells because he'll burn through all those spell slots that way. So he will ready a crossbow attack this round. What about Lokak? Any changes, or do you continue hiding? Oh, you're muted, Bri.
You're muted, Brian.
Thank you. Was the goblin, was he calling out to us in a language we could all understand, or was it just
He was speaking
goblin?
common.
Okay. So, Lokag, at the mention of honor, Lokag's like, he has to like physically hold himself back from moving, and he's like honor. And, but he maintains his stealth, and he just kind of goes, it's okay. I'll fight him soon. And he just continues to hold his action to rage if he's spotted.
Awesome. What about Helena? No goblins in sight just yet, but it sounds like they're coming.
I mean, her rats are on the ready, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, now I want to hide.
Okay. Go ahead and make that stealth check.
$20.
Nice. All right. So assuming you're readying another bow attack, shoot any goblins appear?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right. What about
I
Miller?
didn't roll a hide roll. I didn't roll my hide roll either. I
Oh,
should do it.
yeah, please.
Go ahead,
I have been reminded that we are around the top of the order, so we might take a short break here, even though we're kind of midway through the initiative. But on their turn, the hobgoblins will be moving. So I think taking a short pause here if anybody needs to use the restroom, grab any water or anything like that.
Cool.
I am going to hang tight, check in on chat. Darth Triadi, it's good to have you back. We missed you. I think that was from the gamers, the backstab with the ballista. Good stuff. Let's see here. That's better. Well, Jar Jar, sleep is sovereign. It's super important. Actually, Pon Pon and I have been talking a lot about that recently. And Gravelix is pretty good on his own at hiding. He hasn't moved or done anything else, so he is just waiting for him to attack his former overlords. Gravelix is a free goblin. Let's see here. Yeah, the gamers, I think. There's also, what is it, the Dead Alewives Club, which did some really funny D&D skits back in the day. I think there was a bonus cutscene at the end of an old PlayStation 2 game called Summoner. That's all of like the characters from the game animated and all sitting around a table playing D&D. Let's see if I can find it. Summoner's cutscene. But it's really funny too. It's really good. Let's see if I can find it. It's old, dated, but still pretty good. Yeah, here we go. I found it. I'm gonna drop it in Twitch here. Good stuff. So yeah, this group of hobgoblins lying in wait for you, baited now into moving forward to your traps. They're hobgoblins, so they're pretty smart and very regimented. So they're unlikely to blunder straight into your traps. They're likely to move in cautiously, ready their own actions, and have somebody investigating for traps. But it sounds like one of their commanders. The raspiness of his voice, the clear tone of command. Sounds like this might be the Commander Ashbone that you all have heard about. But after dealing with them, you all will be free to move through the rest of this floor, find the masters, and do what you all do best.
You mean parlay?
yeah. Talk with them. Have just a good old, heart to heart with the masters of the Goblin Stone. The dangerous otherworldly goblin masters.
I know you goblins have been having a hard time at school today.
Yes. Sad times. They're not good at the
class
maths.
is hard.
Yeah, math. That's what I was going to say. Goblins not good at math. That's why their engineering is so rickety. Yeah. There will be, of course, some doing to find the masters. This is a complex area of tunnels and corridors and doors. Let's see here. Bry, let's see here. I believe that is... Yeah, we took a long rest.
I'm just now looking at your the summoner, the
Yeah.
I remember Dead Alewives when that was on Dr. Nemeno, the audio.
Yeah.
And that they took that and made it. It's perfect. It just summarizes our culture perfectly. Yeah, it's a great video.
Yeah. That awkward D&D game we've all played.
Yeah. When no one's actually really paying attention to the characters.
Yeah.
It's a phase you have to go through, I think. You have to go through that phase. Being
Well, it's a rite of passage.
unserious.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
I
a rite of
agree.
passage.
for sure.
Especially for dungeon masters. Like, if you haven't run one of those sessions, you've probably not been running D&D long enough.
Yeah.
And there's key skills you probably haven't had to develop because of that.
Sure.
Yeah.
Did you see the Key and Peele? There's a Key and Peele with cool guy. They're all nerds, and this one guy's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna play a giant."
Yeah.
Well, giants aren't actually a player character. That was the
His name is
best.
Kanye.
Yeah. Yeah, it was beautiful. It was
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I'll
So
be
Pon
right
is going
back.
to be a moment, but
I'll be a moment too.
okay, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, so as you all know, yeah, I've got several games that I run throughout the week, and a lot of them are getting to sort of like key points in their story, or are or very close to key points. So it's interesting how, like, I don't know, running multiple games, there's certain things that pop up at each table, and things kind of keep every now and then syncing up between tables. And there's a couple who are like getting pretty close to like finishing their main quest, and then I have like fun surprises after that. 'Cause yeah, I run worlds that they're all current, all concurrent. They all take place in the same overall world, and they can all influence each other. And so as they sort of get further and further in their main quest, what they're doing is going to start impacting what's happening at other tables. So that's pretty exciting. But we can go ahead and jump back into it. Pon she said she'd be a minute, and yeah, just to go ahead and continue. So with that in mind, let me transition us back to the map, and next in the order would be Millie. No more hobgoblins just yet.
Millie's continuing to hold the action, readying the crossbow to fire at a incoming hobgoblin.
All right. Gravelix does the same, stays hidden, and readies that action. What about X?
Stay hidden, ready in action. Sounds good to me. That's what all the cool kids are doing these days.
Indeed. You all hear the heavy clomp of hobgoblin boots as they approach the door. They move rather rapidly, and by sound it seems that they cross that central area, but there's no sound of the goblin or the dragon heads breathing. Their footsteps slow down as they begin to perhaps just begin to start filing past that heavy fallen stone. We can do this as quickly as you all like. None have appeared yet. I'm assuming everyone kind of keeps their posture, keeps their actions readied. Does anybody do anything differently as the hobgoblins approach? Nope. Okay. All right. So move the hobgoblins again. All right. One hobgoblin does appear just to the south around the corner. Helena, Gravelix, and Clifford can both make their ready actions.
Can we wait if we want?
Yes.
I'm gonna save mine.
I don't know how to turn sneak on this character sheet. Does that count for?
You mean advantage, you mean?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Oh, that's fine. So up at the top of the sheet, they're just different. There's just public and whisper. One is highlighted red, and then the other one says advantage and it's a drop-down menu.
I think I crossed over when you get that little sneak attack thing. I don't think Helena gets it at all.
Okay, yeah, no, she doesn't get that.
No. Yeah. You want to be a rogue so bad.
Yeah.
I know. I keep mixing it up with my other character.
We're both taking rogue levels next time.
13.
Plus bless.
Yeah, I suppose I could.
Mm-hmm.
That's D6.
Mm-hmm.
D4.
4. Okay, multiple choice. I knew it was D.
All right. The arrow sort of hits the hobgoblin's shield and vanishes. Clifford, you hold your action.
Well, if she missed it, I have to be competitive about it, so I'll go ahead and shoot it.
Okay.
So I'll take a shot.
Okay. So let's see. You're coming from stealth. This figure is taking the dodge action. So.
Oh, so that would even out the stealth.
Even it out.
So
yeah.
14 plus the bless. Let me roll the bless. Let's see if I can. How blessed am I? Oops, I did it wrong. Sorry. 1. I'm not that blessed. 15.
That is going to miss.
All right.
Let's see here.
Player 0 says, "Can you reset Shalanges on the next break, please?"
I don't think I understood that. Let me read what that says. Oh, absolutely. There were the challenges. Yes. Give me just a moment and we'll take care of that. All right, hobgoblins are moving in. One of them fires at Clifford.
Right.
As not all of them are taking the dodge action. So one attack at Clifford, one attack at Helena, and one attack at Gravelix. The others are not around the corner to be able to spot. So that's a 21 to hit Helena. The other two are going to miss. All right, that is 6 piercing damage to Helena, and next in the order is Clifford.
No, you bastards! Cliff gets real mad. He gets so mad he's like holding in his anger, but it comes out, and it has to come out of the ground. So it rises up, and I'm gonna cast Spike Growth.
Okay.
In that whole area. So 20-foot radius, 2d4, pretty much all of them when they at the turn, I guess. Difficult terrain, and when a creature moves within it, they take 2d4. So if they move at all, it hurts them.
Right, and they'll currently be able to see it because they can see the area when you cast it, so they can.
Oh yeah, I want them all to see it. I want them to be out. So yeah, there'll be a kind of a rectangle there.
Okay, go ahead and draw me a circle with your measuring tool where you want to put it.
Sure. All right. Yeah, I want to. I think. Oh, there you already got a thing there. Yeah,
I
you
do,
can just,
but I
move
wasn't
it-
sure if that's where you
Move,
wanted
move it. Yeah, move it to the right a little. Move it kind of in the. It won't hurt the dummies. Yeah, that's probably fine. Sure.
Oh, let's see here. You do see a couple of arrows land in the southern dummy. Back
All right.
around the corner where you cannot quite see them.
And then Clip will move, and he'll transfer with his bonus action. He'll transfer to that commander. He'll his hunter's mark.
Okay. Let's see. Does it have to be someone you can see for the commander?
Well, I was here. I think I could see him from here when I did the spell,
Yeah.
and the commander's there. So yeah, but I believe it does. Yeah, you have to see him.
Okay, fantastic. So
And
you've
then
got the commander marked.
Yeah, and then I pull back with X.
Nice. All right. Yeah.
It's like, what happened to Lokag? I can't.
Marlon continues to ready his action, waiting for them to be drawn in. Lokag, it's getting harder and harder to maintain yourself. What does Lokag do? Do you stay hidden?
Yep.
Keep with the
Yeah.
plan?
He's like, ugh. On.
Okay. Yeah. All right. The next in the order then is Helena. You've seen Clifford has, made his attacks and moved, trying to draw them in.
It's called
now-
edging.
Don't look that up, anybody. don't Urban Dictionary that. So yeah, Helena.
Don't go specifically to Urban Dictionary.
Don't click on this link.
Well, I like the idea of like this hobgoblin's directly like diagonal from where I'm at. I want to shoot. I don't know if I could hit the commander. I mean, Helena's up for blood,
You can certainly attack them. He's got his shield up and seems to be also taking the dodge action as he moves in.
And taking okay. Well, let's just shoot one of his lackeys right in front.
There you go.
All right.
There's one that Clifford is already 29 to
Ooh.
hit. That's definitely a hit.
Nice. Almost a crit. You're a champion.
Feel free to describe or pass as you drop the hobgoblin.
Nice.
That's one. She points to the next one next to it. Let's see. So yeah, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm just go right to the next one.
Okay.
And 16.
16. Let's see here. All right. So actually, now you'll be rolling at disadvantage. A 16 is gonna miss in any case. So no need for that second roll. Well, go ahead and roll it. It might be a critical fumble.
And you got the
Critical
bless.
fail.
Don't forget the bless either.
Can I use bless again? I thought bless. I just.
No,
It's
just-
constant until
Yeah.
Oh,
X
free
is not
bless all
concentrated
day.
anymore. Yeah.
I think I just
like-
get lucky and it like drops after I use it once. So I thought it was like a one-time.
No, that's bardic
Oh.
inspiration. It functions like
Oh.
that. Yeah.
This is
Fine.
like coffee at a Denny's. It just keeps coming.
I'll never forget it now. And then when I get coffee at Denny's, I'll be like, "Oh, thank bless."
Blessings. I'd like a cup of blessings, please.
So let's see that D4 for the bless.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
All right. So now you'll need to make another attack roll. Because this will be
Well.
with disadvantage. So that 16 is still gonna miss the hobgoblin.
And Helena wasn't hiding, right? She stopped hiding because she was hiding.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Was she hiding?
You are attacking this one. Never mind. That is not disadvantaged. That one made an attack, so that's going to hit.
Oh! Yay.
I'm so sorry. My lapse there.
Oh.
So,
I mean,
awesome.
Helena knew that she's honed in.
Oh yeah.
The arrows know.
So let's see her damage on that second attack.
12.
Hobgoblin gives a
Nice.
grunt of pain as the arrow sort of just lances right over the top of its shield. But they're still standing.
Oh yeah, well can I like do bonus action and then still do my final shot?
Yeah. That's fine.
Okay, so for my bonus action I would like to do septic strikes.
Okay.
And that's a 4, a D4, yeah.
D4, yeah. Ooh,
Yes! Yes!
That's exactly its remaining hit points. You can feel free to describe or pass.
Wow.
She laughs just like that. And then she points to the next one.
Yeah.
She's out for blood.
Love it.
Right. Alright. If this doesn't work, I'm going to use my inspiration because this is a badass moment. 15.
A 15 is going to miss. You got blessed though. So
Blessed.
roll that
Yeah,
first.
Bless all day.
3.
18's a hit.
Yeah.
Damn. Say hello to my little friend. You're just taking him out.
8.
This one manages to barely just almost dodge to the side. But the tip of it snags into his shoulder armor, pierces in, or into his chainmail, pierces in to his right shoulder. Seems perhaps a little tougher than the others that you've taken out so quickly.
Well, she hopes that was enough to maybe dissuade them from progressing.
Yeah. Is that feeling like they're coming enough for you to sort of pull back, or do you maintain your position?
I'm going to maintain. That felt pretty dang good. I think we can see how long we can keep this here.
All right. Let's see here. So I think I don't usually step in, but I think that might disrupt the rest of your party's plan, who are all kind of waiting and holding their actions to be able to attack. So it might might be better if you did. Is that, and unless you all correct me if I'm wrong.
No, Clifford will give her a nod and be like, time to pull back. And he's planning to pull back too. He'll follow suit when it's his turn.
Okay.
We'll take some pot shots, but it'll be a good time to get ourselves out of sights.
Okay.
So I think Helena's only got 30 feet of movement.
Yeah.
No,
That's a good tip. That's kind of that's the plan.
And she like says to Gravelix like, "You next."
There's
nods.
like little X's on the floor to tell people like they're like it's like TV show.
I'm not on the floor.
Your feet are. All right. So Helena, you kind of
Actually,
go ahead.
Actually, since I apologize for not doing that in advance, but let's just say we knew this and she did. So she's pulling back, and as she does, because she just took out so many, she's just like, she runs away.
Awesome.
It's the best day of your life.
And Millie, you can hear the enemy sort of crowding that corner, now trapped by a spike growth. It's anybody's guess if they will hold their position, ready actions, or if they'll try to charge through the spikes. So what does Millie do?
What if, we'll exchange crossbow for sword and hold an action to attack anything that comes near.
Okay. Gravelix pops up and fires with his short bow for darting there. Well, actually, let's see here. he can, as a bonus action, make a stealth check as goblins. So he'll get a 19 on that, and we'll manage to hit. Next in the order is X.
This is your moment, buddy.
What?
He looks at you, trying to inspire you.
I'm inspired to run backwards. I'll go back here and wait.
All right.
I can stay hidden, of course.
Of course. Alright, so that spike growth, that is difficult terrain.
Yeah. It does 2d4 if they move.
Yeah.
I can roll that for you.
Yeah. I'm kind of thinking what they would do in this situation.
Come on in, you cowards.
Alright.
Oh, you scared of the pokey rocks? Oh, so scary, the pokey rocks.
Alright, so go ahead and roll 1 round of damage.
Okay. I rolled a 4.
Okay.
Great, but 3 to 1.
Roll another.
All right. Just keep doing it, huh? All right.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Just 1. My mistake.
Oh, okay. I mean, I'm happy to take the second one. Much better.
Alright, and let's see here. So as you shouted, and you are in the open, even though you're attempting to hide, you're not hiding behind anything. So the commander can see you.
Yeah, I didn't do a hide roll or nothing.
Okay.
So.
He has a large shield, several javelins sort of maybe in that shield hand. He pulls one, and one after the other, he pulls javelins out and begins to throw them at Cliff.
All right. Come at me, bro.
24 and a 21 to hit Clifford.
I have a... Let's see. The 21 will not hit. I think I'm going to use my shield for this.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it like... I'm not I'm concentrating. Yeah, I'm going to use my shield.
Okay.
So I burn my 1 shield a day. So my AC goes up and misses.
Okay.
You
Awesome.
see like rocks form in front of him, and it hits him like I'm an earthbender or something.
Yeah. All right. Double checking. Let's see here. Checking something else real quick. Go ahead and roll 2 twice for your spike growth.
All right, keep that page open. All right, roll it twice.
Mm-hmm.
Got 2 and 3. Wow. They're just bumpy. They're just speed bumps. Really. They're not that scary.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. Roll 1 more time.
All right. time. Okay, 8. Yes.
All right. You hear frustrated grunts of pain from multiple hobgoblins as they struggle through. Yeah. You hear a dying gasp of one of them as they succumb to your spike growths. And next in the order is Clifford.
All right, I'll take a shot at this guy. Just wondering. I'll definitely move the mark onto him for this action, and then pew.
Okay. Actually, just before they do, Merlun is actually going to cast Fairy Fire.
Oh, perfect. That's amazing.
Alright, let's see here.
Wow, they're rolling pretty good on their saves.
Yeah, for sure.
Hopefully Merlun is badass.
Unfortunately, they all make their saves.
Wow. Ha! Well, anyway, that's a 20 on the first attack.
Okay.
So it's only 6 damage. Garbage. Plus the d6, so 9 damage on the first. And I'm gonna go ahead and drop a 2d6 of psychic as well. So the bullet is screaming. The bullet actually grows like a giant mouth and as it like charges.
Awesome.
Yeah, like one of those bomber things in Mario that kind of go sideways. And it hits him for another 10. So we're looking at 9. And then second shot, he will hit him again. And reload. Let's see if it hits. An 18 plus or 16. Yeah.
Plus your bless.
Plus my bless is 4, so 20.
20 is his AC.
All right. Wow. Okay. I'll take it. And that's another 7 damage.
All right.
And then gonna let's see how far can I go. Yeah, I'll go this way to the south a bit. That's part of the plan. And that's it for Jim. That's it for me.
All right. Merlun quickly fires 2 bolts from his heavy crossbow at the leader before sort of retreating back around the corner. Next in the order is Lokag. The enemy is tantalizingly close.
He's still gonna hold. Still holding
Still
that action to rage
holding.
if spotted. he's so anxious to get into battle.
All right. Next in the order then is Helena. So you can almost hear pained grunts coming from Lokag.
I'm coming. Let's see. I have been debating whether to put it all into running or shoot this guy. But this guy's like right there. I feel like I should shoot this. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna run.
Okay.
Yeah, shoot move. Shoot move.
Even with my roll, that won't. My bless, that won't hit it.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'll do it again. Oh no.
Are you going to let it hang, or are you going to use your inspiration?
I don't want to mess with that. This feels too dire, so I will use my inspiration.
Okay. Gives me a second inspiration.
What?
Whoa!
Hey, but in the Hoodoo Land, 11
Is pretty awesome.
Wow.
But in this
Yeah.
land, you got to roll a d6.
No.
Let's see what happens.
This one goes to 11.
Thought it went
Yeah, I
higher than
played-
11.
2, 3.
All right,
It's
3.
magic number.
All right. Roll damage on that.
Oh, like a 20?
Just roll the damage for it as if you hit.
Oh, God.
You manage to sort of slash your own finger pretty deeply, down to the bone with this magical arrow. Take 8 points of that damage.
Oh,
But you still have
now
your
I'm
third attack.
mad. This next one's gonna count. Hope she doesn't eat that. Let's see. Alright.
A bow and
20.
arrow.
20 is his AC.
Oh.
That is a hit.
And I'm gonna roll. Oops. I'm gonna also roll my bonus.
Septic strikes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bow and an arrow shot a little hobgoblin,
Mm.
and he was dead pretty soon.
Third time's a charm.
It will be my honor to die here. And if I do, the masters will surely take you.
You know nothing of honor.
What did Helena say?
You know nothing of honor.
Ooh, fighting words. If you weren't already fighting.
No gods, no masters.
My honor is my own.
Your honor is stupid.
And as Helena is trading insults and words with the hobgoblin, what does Millie do?
The hobgoblins are still pretty far away.
It is true.
Go ahead and do a. Just gonna throw a. Just had one. Where did it go? Alchemist's Fire.
Ooh.
Nice. Call.
All right. Let's see here. Go ahead and roll the damage for it.
No.
All right. Got some saves for them. Bum. Okay, so it'll be against your spell DC.
Yeah, the DC's right there, 13.
Looks like they will all make it and take half damage, which is still 1. But the important thing is that many of them are on fire. Alright, what else for Millie?
Alright, Millie's already got Shield of Faith up. That will be it.
Alright. Gravelix takes cover behind this while firing with his short bow and manages to hit Commander Ashbone.
Nice.
He takes his bonus action to hide there. And next in the order is X.
Okay, I can see these guys, right?
Yes.
Okay, X will walk forward to here. And he will use Toll the Dead on these two guys because they're within 5 feet of each other. So I'll Toll the Dead each of them.
Sorry, let's ignore that roll. That was a goblin.
Oh.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Jesus.
I'll move back to here and re-stealth and done.
Okay. Let's see. Ashbone charges out to here. Throws his last 3 javelins at Clifford.
Damn.
A 24
Need an
being the
impression.
highest one.
And I think is my shield down at this point? I think it is because I used it last time he attacked. So
Mhm.
1 hits.
All right. For 8 points
8.
of damage.
Ow. Okay. Got me. Oh, you got me, boss. The turn of the tides. You're gonna win this war. He says in Goblin. Oh, basing. Whoa. They all saw the trip. Nobody was bothered by the tripwire.
Let's see here for that last one. Actually, yeah, I can check for a couple of them. The commander gives a shout, warning some of them off of the tripwire as he passes over it.
As you do.
But one of them was too late, so let me go ahead and make another check. Okay, yeah, so one of them is knocked prone and is not able to get that close to you. They spend their actions dashing up towards you.
All right.
This one would still have the movement. It just couldn't have ended there because for a moment there was another ally there. So there's only 2 of them closed with you. They've spent all their actions, aside from Ashbone, they just took the dash action. And yeah, next in the order, top of the order, is Clifford.
All right. I think I'm gonna juke him in the sense like in soccer, and I'll ignore the roll. I'm just doing the spell, but he can move like the wind until the spell ends. My move doesn't provoke attack opportunity.
Nice.
That's my bonus action, and then I'm gonna go pull back 30, so that'll get me close to X kind of,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll go bam bam on the commander.
Nice.
Boom boom. So first attack. 7. Ooh, a crit, baby! A crit.
Nice.
Yes. Now, if I add my my plus 2d6 psychic damage, is that doubled as well? Like a smite? I think it's all dice, right? So that 2d6 would be 46.
I would think so, yeah.
Yeah. Pretty sure. So, so
let's see.
46 on the psychic and double on the attack. I'm gonna double check, but I think it's that scary.
So Dreadful Strikes, it says it's just up to a D6 at level 11. It's a D4 psychic.
Why am I seeing 2d6 on my sheet?
Dread Ambusher, I think, is different.
That's what I'm doing. Dread Ambusher, Dreadful Strike.
Dread Ambusher only works at a certain. Let's see here.
So yeah, look at Dread. I'll share it. When you.
Oh yeah, it's just once per turn. So yeah.
Yeah. So I get 3 charges of it. So yeah. Okay. So
Confusing.
46
it's written
is going to
differently
be
in both
added.
ones. So yeah.
Yeah. So 1d10 more for the crit. Oh god. And then 48 for the Dreadful Strike.
All right.
17 more. So we're looking at 29 damage
Nice.
of Dreadful Striking, plus another d6 for Hunter's Mark. So 4 more.
Nice.
All right. Bam, bam. That's the first bam. One more bam. Let's see if this one goes. I think that might hit. 21.
21 does hit.
All right. I can't stack all those fun bonuses onto this. And I'm back there in front of X. We're having fun now.
Marlon
that's
simply repeats, making 2 heavy crossbow attacks. And both of those miss. He dips around the corner and uses his bonus action. Well, actually, he doesn't have that. He's Goblin with class. So that's him. Lokag, you can see the enemy. They haven't spotted you yet.
Did during our long rest, did X put Longstrider back on Lokag?
Yes.
Okay.
Then yes.
Oh.
Perfect. So Lokag is going to bonus action enter into his rage, where he goes, he like creeps off the wall, and he just kind of puts one heel up on the wall, and he takes a big deep breath with his eyes closed, and then he just lets it out, focuses in on the commander, and straight up just sprints his full movement, covering it very quickly for 55 feet up
Nice.
into play.
Wow.
And blasts 2 reckless. So let's see. Turn on rage, and we're gonna turn it on rage of the bear. No, actually, we're gonna say rage of the rat.
Nice.
And so if he's within 5 feet of someone, they can get advantage. He takes 2 big reckless attacks with the glaive, the blue steel glamour, attacking once and twice on the big chieftain for a 20 and a 16 to hit.
20 is a hit.
Right. It'll be a 16 damage
Nice.
to this man. And he's going to lash out with a pole strike. Same.
You rage, bro.
For a 19 to hit. Tough opponent.
19 is going to miss. What'd you say, Loquitur?
Oh, when he said pole strike, he had raged. So
Oh, fair. That's right. So you couldn't use your bonus action for that pole strike, unfortunately.
Ah, thank you.
Right.
Thank you. I got excited.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's in character. Lokag's like in it now. Does Lokag say anything as he charges in?
No, nothing. He's just stoked to be in the battle.
The next in the order then is Helena.
Well, I I like that we're taking these guys out. I'm going to just shoot and run. So the hobgoblin that's closest to me, basically. That's who I'm aiming for. And we're not going to destroy our fingers.
Not again. 23 is a hit.
Yeah.
You can feel free to describe or pass as you finish out the first hobgoblin.
You think you'd learn? You know, I'm just going for him like I did last time.
All right. Well, which one are you firing at now?
The one behind it.
Okay, that's a hit. 19 is a hit.
10.
And again, dropping another hobgoblin. You can describe or pass.
She aims for the one that's nearest to Lokag.
Okay. The hobgoblin or the commander?
Oh, I saw the little skull and crossbones. He's not out.
He's not.
Let's go for the hobgoblin.
Okay.
Let someone else take that jerk out. No! That's bullshit.
Man. High swings and some misses. Another D6 for Helena. Oh no!
That's garbage!
Jinxed it. Roll damage as you harm yourself again with your bow.
No!
Woof. 15.
Can I give inspiration to somebody else?
Yes.
I want to give you inspiration so you don't do that.
Oh, I hope it pays off.
Remember the shooting lessons I gave you back when we first met? Remember that point where I told you to breathe in for a moment before you shoot?
Yes. I get too worked up by the third shot, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
29.
That's better.
That is a hit. Nice.
Nice.
Breathing changes everything. Who would have thought? 15.
Dude.
And again, you can feel free to describe or pass as you finish off the last hobgoblin.
That one's for you, Clifford.
Oh, done.
And she returns closer to the arms of her beloved, or the paws.
Nice. Next in the order is Millie. Just Lokag and the Commander Ashbone in the chamber. Everyone else, well, except for obviously Gravelix, is moving toward that eastern passageway.
All right. Millie can get there, but it seems like a waste to not let Lokag do his thing.
Do it.
Well, yeah. Might be smarter to try and take Ashbone out before it gets to do its thing.
Indeed. Longsword in hand. Millie will attempt to slash into the commander.
Right. 26 is a hit. For 6 slashing.
6 slashing, and you know what? A first level divine smite as well.
Nice. 2 die 8.
Or radiant.
Commander looks starting to look very, very hurt. His breathing is coming in ragged gasps. You can see pain painting his face. But he's not down yet.
Attack.
Another hit. 26.
9 slashing.
cut a deep slash along the figure's forearm, parting easily the chainmail links protecting his the joints between his plate armor. What else for Millie?
That will be it.
All right. Gravlik's making an attack roll, single roll, as he was hiding, but Ashbone has line of sight, so he fires and misses. Next in the order is X. Actually, Gravlik scrambles away.
Okay, well, I should be hidden. So I'm just going to do the old-fashioned crossbow thing.
So you're not
and
currently
just-
not hiding behind anything, so you're kind of out in the open, and therefore Ashbone has line of sight with his dark vision, can see you.
Okay.
You'll still have sneak attack.
True.
Well, I have to hit him, and I think it's easier to just toll the dead on his face. I'll just toll the dead and make him make the roll.
Okay. All right, wisdom saving throw coming in. 18.
Yeah, 18. All right. Exercise.
Any bonus actions for X?
I can't get too far away. Is that healing with the rod? Is that a bonus action or an action?
That's an action.
Okay. Well, I'll just be done.
Okay. Ashbone shouts, "For the masters at One Eye!" He steps up between the two combatants, dropping its longsword into its hand as it was holding it in its shield hand, slashing out twice at Lokag and once at Millie. Oof. Let's see here. A 9 and a 14 to hit Lokag and a 25 to hit Millie.
25 will just hit Millie.
Right. Let's see here. There is a fury and a power in his strikes as he calls on the masters. Does an extra d8 of damage, doing 16 to Millie. Top of the order is Clifford.
Might be muted, Clifford.
Yeah, I'm not hearing you. That's 16.
Oh
is
no,
gonna miss,
no, I wasn't
unfortunately.
muted at all. No, I get the bless. I get
Oh
the
yeah, that's right.
Don't forget the bless. It's 19. He needs a 20, doesn't he?
It does
You-
need a
you have
20.
You have advantage because Lokag formed rage.
Ah, nice.
Nice.
Again. Roll again. So add 3 to that. Come on.
20 is a hit.
That's gonna hit. Yeah. 12 damage. I'm gonna save my. Just do the 12. And I have the hunter's mark, but looks like I took him out.
You can feel free to describe or pass.
He just smiles, just really, like for a moment, like he's looking at a friend, like an old, like, I'm sorry we didn't get a chance to sit down and have a drink together. He just says that with his eyes, you know. It's a shame that we had to be on opposite side of this moment, and well, I'm just a little disappointed in myself and a lot more disappointed. It's all a look. That's it.
Nice. Anything else then for Clifford as the enemy sags
That's it.
to its knees and
That's it.
pitches over to its side? You all, your heartbeats are thundering in your ears. Your breath just starting to come in ragged gasps from the intensity of fast-paced movement. But the enemy is fallen. The area is clear. There's no sound of any goblins hiding, creeping around the corners. Likely there's more that stands between you and the Masters. But you've taken out Commander Ashbone, and X, you feel certain that Ashbone was one of the ones that Matcha wanted sent to her. So you might feel a particular note of satisfaction as this creature breathes its last. In its outstretched hand is what seems to be a pretty fine longsword. Its armor also seems to be almost untouched by your fighting. Only the mail beneath was cut by your blades. And most of your archers were aiming for its face, its neck, and unprotected areas, so its armor's intact.
What kind of armor is it?
It is heavy plate armor, full plate.
Wow. Lokag, you want to rock some heavy plate armor?
No, I think that will impede my rage as he bonus actions continues his rage.
I'm cool with going and just making sure there isn't any. We slow down. The only trick is jumping over that spike growth, or I could turn it off. But
Yeah, I mean, your only
Seems
other
like-
option is to climb along the walls and try to stay above it.
yeah, I think just as a matter of course, Cliff will go up here and just see if anyone else has come, and kind of keep an eye out while other people do things.
Just an area littered with corpses. Moments later, though, you do see the snarling pack of verminkin who are a little bit too slow to bring themselves to bear in combat in a way that was, well, according to Helena's orders, trying to distract them for you all and be hidden.
Cliff
able
puts
to
his pistol away and tries to pet as many of them as he can. Good job. You stayed safe.
Yeah, let's see here. They kind of recoil back, they hiss, and bare their long teeth. A couple of them
Doing
sniff the
animal
air,
handling check.
however, and they seem to quickly kind of calm down. They're familiar with you, you're just not Helena. So one of them lets you pet him. The rest kind of watch cagily.
All right. You've always been my favorite. Blinky. I call him Blinky. I don't know his name.
Well, this might be a good spot for a short break.
All right.
We can come back to it.
Do it.
Cool.
All right. So ads are going to be incoming. I'll transition us back to just our faces, and I'm going to step away for just a couple of moments, and then I'll be right back.
Thanks for feeding the dragon. How's everybody doing in the chat? Good. I'm glad to hear it, Jar Jar. Seems to be a large delay between your comment and mine. I don't know about y'all, but I am ready to push forward and find myself some real masters. Lokag's still got his rage going, and I think we could get through that other door in time for that rage to still be in effect. I definitely thought that would work out differently with Lokag being hidden. I thought he would be able to like sneak around and they would come through a little bit faster, but I think that ultimately worked out really well. We bottlenecked him really good. You might be muted, DM, or I can't hear you.
Oh, there I am. Yeah. But yeah, it's kind of hard to get some of those tactics to work out exactly right.
Yeah.
There's, because the enemies have their own thoughts and reactions and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, all
It was a
things
good
considered.
plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it worked out. So, especially with that long strider helps a lot. Lokag's got a lot of movement.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's super, super helpful. Yeah. One commander and several more hobgoblins done for. So heck yeah. And then there's just whatever else remains.
Yeah.
Between you
Lokag's
and
definitely
him.
going to be urging everyone to move while he's got that rage on.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, he's antsy, ready to go.
Yeah, fair. Yeah. Who knows what else there is to expect in here? And yeah, moving while you still have that rage, smart idea.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, like I just keep thinking over like y'all's first few encounters with hobgoblins and how like just deadly those things are for low level characters. And if they can bring their tactics to bear, they'd still be able to do some damage to you guys, but you're just outmaneuvering them and sort of not letting them get close to you, which is what is required for them to use their special abilities.
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I am confident that the next encounter may not go as smoothly, but I think we'll still pull it out. Pull out a solid victory. Jar Jar, I think Millie or what's his name? Cliff will probably loot that commander's body on our way out.
More than likely, he tends to be to take responsibility for looting the dead.
Yes. So what needs to?
Yeah. Yeah, heck yeah. Always search the bodies. Yeah, Lokag's not been blessed, but hasn't really needed it. Welcome back, Pon Pon.
Thank you.
But of course.
Helena was traumatized a couple fights back with Bubby.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can't even risk Bubby being up front.
that's fair. Use him to defend and attack when you get close, He can either take the dodge action or he can try to distract the enemy. But if he can get his claws and teeth into something, that'll let you land septic strikes.
Yeah, I just been killing people too fast for that.
Yeah, I know, right? Terrible problem to have.
It's a pretty fast kill ratio. You were dry. It's pretty beautiful.
It feels real
Action.
good. It feels so good.
Stuff.
I'm
I'm
not
glad
used to
Lokag-
having consecutive shots like that.
Yeah, man,
Yeah.
that extra attack is paying off for sure.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Locator.
Jumped in. I was feeling bad for him.
Welcome back, Jay Finky. guess we are ready to jump back into it. It is...
Just
Go ahead.
X is going to use the rod to give 8 hit points to Helena and 16 to Millie.
Okay.
That helps that hand.
Okay.
Cliff is down to 8.
Yeah, he took a little bit too.
Okay.
Did you
He's
change
okay.
mine?
Okay, I can give 8 to Cliff as well.
Yeah, you're not burning. I don't want to burn your spell slots. He's probably okay for now. Save it for when he goes down.
It's an item I have, so
Oh,
I'm using
you just-
free charges off an item.
Oh,
So that
okay.
way we don't need a rest and we can just keep trucking.
Awesome. All right, I'll take it.
Nice.
Danka.
Orlen strides forward. He kicks Commander Ashbone in the side of the head. Well done! You fight well! This is no time to slow down. We must continue! He sort of looks around as if, expecting someone to challenge his authority.
Lokak just gives a big whoop and a hell yeah, and he starts heading for the door.
Okay.
Yeah.
Turn off your
Cliff-
spike growth, mustache man.
Oh, yeah, sure, no problem. Just go ahead. I'll take care of it. Just walk right into it. It goes away.
How long would it take us to get this armor into the haversack?
It would take probably about 10 minutes. Maybe 5 if multiple people are working on it.
Are we in any kind of rush? I don't mind.
Nothing's attacking you.
I'm raging.
one's-
You must move now.
Okay,
I'll keep punching Lokag every round bit just to kind of keep him going.
Lokak says, "Stop! I can use my bonus action to keep it going."
And everyone is confused as to what the hell the barbarian's talking about.
I forget. Raging is a very personal experience, and I just, forgive me. It's very insensitive. I'm not familiar with your culture.
And Lokak just looks directly into the camera.
like Jim from The Office.
Does that mean he's looking at the player, the GM, or our audience?
Everyone.
he's staring at the gods.
Awesome.
Is there anything else worth taking on that fallen captain?
He has a pouch that seems to jingle with coins. There is a potion vial on his belt. The longsword and the heavy armor look very fine, but other than that, no.
Okay, I'll take the portable stuff and chuck it in the haversack, and off we go.
Okay.
All right, and I can help if throw the sword in there and whatever else. Before we go, have all the tripwires been tripped, or did they avoid?
Let's see here. The only one remaining is... I'll get rid of the others that have been tripped.
There we go. I assume we can untrip it, or we can walk over it. I guess. In
Yeah.
case we need it later.
Either way,
All right.
it's up to
You
you.
can walk over it. I don't mind being first. I'll be stealthing and keeping.
All right, let's see that stealth check.
All right. Stealthing away. No, stealth roll. It's a 10.
So everyone can clearly hear and see Clifford, but you feel like you're hidden.
We don't. Okay. We don't have pass without trace going, right? That's not happening right now.
I do not think so.
All right.
Yeah. All right, so you all are able to slip forward. Clifford, the chamber beyond, there's only the dead that lay where you put them. There's still that sort of cone of light shining out from the statue. And of course, there are still the dragon heads to avoid. Easily
Right.
done now that you know the trick. So you all make your way toward the only other place to go, which is the door just to the south.
Lokag think he's pretty. Before he moves around it, does he think moving around the statue is pretty safe?
Yes, as the hobgoblins had done the same thing. You step easily over one of the fallen hobgoblins as you move toward that door. Gravelik seems to be following Helena's lead, sort of keeps looking over to her or X and waiting to sort of follow them through. Merlin, of course, charges right in after the massive Lokag, almost trying to take cover behind Lokag's massive frame. And Helena, your swarm of ratlings scurry up to you and sort of partially crawl up your body, start to sort of groom you, search around for cheese and that sort of thing like they do off and on.
She pulls out a couple pieces and like crumbles them and like disperses it amongst them.
Oh, it's a quick...
Petting them.
Yeah, it's like a quick feeding frenzy as they kind of like crawl over, nibbling up the crumbs of cheese. And you take a moment to sort of stroke each one.
You did so good. You did so good.
And whiskers twitch happily. As you come to the next door, assuming you all make your way straight there, does anybody else want to do anything else before you all move toward that door?
I'm good.
All right, there's a heavy lock plate on this one, and this door also seems to be locked. I'll go ahead and start bringing everybody's tokens over.
Where'd I go? Oh, you put me there.
Teleporting.
Right.
I had a kid who asked me, if I just made a boulder fall down in front of the dungeon, would I ruin you? And I said, no, because I control all reality. Come on. There's nothing you can do to stop me. I made it really clear, like how powerful a DM is.
I'm more powerful than the gods in this world. Yes.
That's right. Right. Please read this pamphlet on Satanism.
Oh no. Blackleaf,
Just for tracking for my rage. How about long did it take us to get to the door as a group?
2 rounds maybe.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Now, at the door, you find it like the other, locked.
Lokag, charge.
X,
Yes,
you got this. You got this, X.
We going in loud or quiet?
It's going loud. I don't care. I don't know. Maybe there's something to eat. We don't know. We don't even know what's in there.
We think it's the workshop of something. Isn't that what you said, Leader Merlin?
Yes! Listen, you can hear the crackling of power and the squeaking of massive gears. There is much I can learn there. Once we destroy the masters. Just so.
Oh, it could be amazing. Well, who's up for hitting the lock first? Who wants to fail first before X comes in and shows us how it's done?
I bet you 5 gold pieces Rat Girl gets it on first try.
Yeah, you want to go on in there?
Yeah.
You wanna go first?
Yeah, I like the vote of confidence. I'd love to.
There you go. You get barbarian inspiration.
Make your check with triple advantage. Just kidding, I'm not.
Which kind of rolls back and goes the other way and cancels out. So it's just a normal roll.
Am I rolling to something?
Good.
Yeah, these tools.
Okay.
Try to pick the lock.
Come on. 13. Do I still have bless?
Yes, but that's for
think
attacks
so.
and saves, unfortunately.
I always make that mistake.
Does Lokag count as a advantage?
No, not at all. But X could give bless, or somebody else could also be assisting Helena.
I can give you help.
X
I'll
could give
help.
guidance, and someone could also give
Oh, yeah.
action.
Hector's always giving
Oh, yeah.
guidance.
Yeah.
All right. So,
Either-
Helena,
either-
you can add a D4 and another D20 roll. Or another
What was
thieves
the other
trait.
one?
So,
Oh, another.
yeah. So
Okay.
you're getting guidance and the help action, so you can make the
So you can
thief
re-roll
tool check
if
again.
you need it.
Yeah,
If the
that's all right. At 16, this is a success.
Awesome.
Woo!
You managed
Yeah,
to
this time.
unlock the door.
Awesome.
Still got it. With all the help.
Yeah. The heavy bolt slides back with a soft screeching sound within the door, but it is now unlocked.
What if
I
his
don't want to
version
go
of
in
this-
first this time.
Would you repeat that for me, Helena?
I don't want to go in first this time. Close call. The chest.
Oh, we know Lokag wants to go in first.
Listen, I do want to go in first, but I will give X or somebody else an opportunity to scout ahead if they want to. Otherwise, I'm going to bada bing, bada boom, and be in the door.
You want to throw the door open, Helena, or?
Oh, fine. She kicks it.
All right.
Sweet.
The door rasps heavily and opens. Let's see here.
Lokag will immediately step inside following the kick. Just inside.
All right, you can see the corridor moves, cuts to the south as well. Immediately, sort of right turn. And much louder now is the sounds of heavy machinery, clanking of metal rods, and the crackling of lightning. You see green, yellow, and purple light shining from the south. Sorry to interrupt.
No,
That's
I'm
all.
getting excited. You keep going.
No, I'm done. That was my description.
Lokag is, he steps inside. He hates narrow corridors after what we just did.
Mm-hmm.
And he wants to look around and see if he sees any traps.
Okay, make an investigation check.
10.
You see no
Solid.
traps.
Excellent. Still raging. He'll continue in up to this little corner here. Oh, not quite that far. Sorry.
Oh, you're fine. Okay, you can see just a narrow sliver into the chamber. You see sort of purple light shining fitfully off the walls.
Lokag will signal for everyone else to come up. He sort of starts to come around the corner.
I'll happily investigate as well,
Okay,
if I may.
you may.
I have ranks in it. 11? Checks out.
See, as I told you, no traps.
Yeah, it checks out. We're fine. Although that big thing, that looks like that thing could blow up. Maybe we're gonna blow it up. Oh, they'd love.
I bet Helena would like to do that. I'm gonna edge in here.
Okay.
It would be fun.
I'm trying to stay out front. If there's traps, I wanna take them.
She got excited.
Yeah.
Blowing things up.
Wait, Lokag is gonna keep giving the all clear. He doesn't see anything.
Just say the word and I'll blow things up.
Wait till maybe we're leaving.
I have the blasting powder. I still have a little left, so we could set that as a charge and shoot it.
Ooh.
If that's enough to take this giant thing out, but I have a question. All right, find traps. So it sends things like glyph of warning and mechanical pit traps, and and stuff like that. I would like to cast, as we enter the room, I'm going to cast Find Traps. So
Okay.
that should reveal if these, I don't know if these devices are traps in a way or not, but maybe it'll help him understand if there's any danger in case there's trouble. It's 120 feet range.
There are no
You have to
traps.
get the map centered.
Yes. Give me just a moment. There are no traps in this chamber.
Oh, man. All right. And going around the corner, no traps over in the top or east.
Oh, yeah.
Correct.
We should move the stream.
All right. Well, the room kind of glows for a bit. The ground shifts, and Clifford reassures Lokai that Lokai, I can tell, I can feel it in my bones. I don't think there's any traps except, well, unless we make one.
Now, all of this machinery seems dangerous. You all can feel that it's crackling and thrumming with power. Merlin moves up and begins examining a large panel that has sort of brass tabs like buttons. He begins sort of to read over some of the runes on it.
Elena kind of,
She what now?
she just like observes him a little sus because she's a little sus of him.
Yeah. He moves over toward a section of pipe. He just kind of begins to move around the room, examining things. Takes him a couple of minutes. What about X? What does X do as you step through the door? Hanging back, waiting for everybody, or do you go into the chamber as well?
Yeah, I'll I'll come up and look around, see what I see.
Okay.
See if there's anything that looks to X to be of religious significance.
There is not. There is not.
Okay, then I will just be providing guidance to anybody who makes skill checks.
Okay. Let's see here. So you can go ahead and roll guidance for Merlin's investigation as he's checking out the machines to see what they do. Okay. A minute passes as he kind of goes around the chamber. As I suspected. Yeah, sure. If you have, if you have investigation, then definitely.
Yeah, he'll just whatever your result is probably the same. But Clifford and Elena are both kind of watching him, like,
Okay.
What's he gonna do?
As I suspected, a machine helping to power Brat's part in their ritual. I can deactivate it without damaging. Otherwise, it could cause an explosion. A chain reaction may destroy us.
Oh. Somehow I trust that.
I'm a fan of not destroying it. Good stuff.
It will take some time, perhaps 5 minutes. Shall I begin now, or should we wait until after we kill the masters?
Well, I don't know. Real mess him up if you do it now. I like the. We could scout a bit while he's messing around. The next 5 minutes, we could kind of explore while he's working on that.
Millie, you hear claws on stone, furtive movements, the creaking of leathery hide coming from the west, or back east.
There is something in this direction.
And it is very dark. The light from this room only carries to about here, splashing onto this wall. But you're not able to see beyond that.
I'll join him and give it a look. See if I can.
Lokag as well.
See with the dark vision. Do a little stealth up. Get ready for action.
All right. seeing your allies, moving toward that northeastern corridor, what do X and Helena do? Hang back with Merlun, or do you follow your allies?
I think she's gonna follow her allies. High stakes, and I don't know. She likes one, doesn't like the other. In terms of goblins, she likes Gravelix, so she kind of makes sure that Gravelix is keeping up with as far as Merlun's nah, he knows what he's doing. I don't
All right. How about X?
Stick with the group. Keep the party together.
All right. So it's clear to Millie and to Clifford that there are some things hiding down this corridor, trying to likely prepare to ambush you. They might, if given enough time, develop some courage and creep towards you to see what is making all of the noise in that chamber. But at the moment, the corridor is bare. So
I'm ready for action.
All right, we've all
I'm
been-
ready to pounce.
Millie, does that sound good to Millie?
Yep.
All right. Go ahead and move your tokens.
I'll be dodging as I go in.
Okay.
Ooh. He does like a dragon wing kind of thing. There's a wormling.
There does indeed seem to be a very small, immature dragon.
Anyone speak Draconic?
I'm working on it, but not fluent.
I do speak Draconic. Clifford speaks Draconic. It's on my list.
How many languages do you speak, buddy?
Hey, he's got you took the skill
Nearly all of
set, man.
them.
Rogues, man. Rogues get extra stuff. But yeah, he speaks Draconic. I don't know if dragons. He might be unintelligent, but if he is, things could be interesting.
It could
Oh.
be.
Talk to it. Tell it to leave.
Cliff looks behind. Keep going.
Yeah, go talk to it. We could use a
All right.
dragon.
So Cliff's going to stay hidden and just kind of get an insight and get a feeling of what's going on. He doesn't want to act yet.
Okay.
Just wants to get a feeling. Should I want a perception check or insight?
Insight. I mean, they're
All right.
clearly waiting an ambush for you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So I don't have a really good insight about what I'd like to do is spook him a little bit. Go, and then run back. So basically dodge and then be like, rah, in Draconic. We are fierce and powerful, and kind of a thing. It's not really an intimidation so much, but he says that in Draconic, makes a noise, rah, like he's coming towards him, and then he'll run back. They might have an opportunity to jump in there before he runs back, but he's going to dodge for his action.
Okay.
We're not really in initiative yet, but
No.
that's the plan. He's going to spook them and run. See if he can goad them.
All right.
I'll have my blade at the ready rather than the pistol.
All right. Let's see here. You hear claws shift on stone. You hear one of the dragonlings say, in its own language in a very low voice. They try to bait us in. Wait. You can hear the shifting of their movements as they perhaps crowd a bit closer. No more of them come into sight.
Look, I don't see no reason to fight. You know, I'll put down my blade. He sheaths his blade. We don't have to fight here, unless you're talking about meeting masters. You start talking about meeting masters, conversation. Tired of those. Tired of that.
Yes. Peace. No
All right.
killing.
All right. I'm in. That's good. We like this. Hey, guys. There's
You
some
are
dragons here.
Certain that they're lying with that insight check.
Hey, the dragons. There's a couple dragons in here. They said everything fine. It's all right. Cliff kind of starts to go in there. He's still dodging, but he'll like move in there as though he thinks it's going to be okay. And
Okay. So let's see here. As you come to there, one dragon creeps close to the corner, while another one appears high up on the rocks, clinging to the wall. It and the other next to it open their mouth, and cones of black and green vapor spew out over Clifford, forcing
Whoa,
Clifford
damn.
to make 2 con saving throws.
oh damn! All right. Dodge does not help with con saves.
Does not.
Oh, I got a 16, not a crit. I don't know why I clicked. 16 on the first one and a 15 on the second.
Excellent. So you will take
Left.
half damage on both of these.
All
You
right.
will take 12 and
Ow.
11. So 23
Oh,
total.
Damn. Never mind. I think I got this. All right.
And everybody highlight their
ow.
tokens and roll initiative.
All right.
No. I want to be friends.
I know. I'm very disappointed. Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be... Why can't we be... Sorry, the init, I think, from Beyond doesn't go in there. For some reason.
All right, X, Helena, Millie, Lokag. And
Marlon.
attack roll for Clifford. I cannot stop! Once started, I must finish!
We got this. No, we don't
He's
got
OCD.
this. Ow. Ow.
Alright, let's see here. I'm not seeing Clifford in initiative yet. Let me fix that.
It's 21. Yeah, sorry. It came from
I see it,
D&D
but
Beyond.
yeah, it just didn't,
Yeah.
for some reason is not popping in there.
Yeah, well, it's from D&D Beyond. I think it's rolled whatever. Beyond 20 is weird.
And the top of the order is Lokag.
Excellent. Lokag gives a look back to Helena and just kind of goes, "Sorry," and charges forward, kind of like kicks up the wall past Millie and heads in. Dude, let's see, where's he gonna get to? So these two, I'll get to this one. Yeah, he'll be right in there.
Okay.
And
as you come through,
Yeah.
you see that there's another one high up on the rocks that breathes a gout of poisoned gas at you. Make a con save versus poison.
Excellent. Definitely. Yes. 26.
Nice. You will take 9 points of poison damage.
Well, I will take 4.
Nice.
Oh, wait. No. I'm raging with the rat, so I will take 9.
Okay.
Yep.
There are 4 green dragon wormlings, 2 on either side of you.
Awesome. And this one is the only one on the ground currently?
Yes. Oh no,
Just for
this one is
my-
also on the ground.
Okay. And the 2 clinging to the rocks, how high up are they?
They're toward the ceilings. They're about 15 feet up. Ceiling's not
Okay,
super
cool.
high.
Awesome. Raging. I'm feeling pretty good about myself. I'm gonna recklessly attack, twice at this, the one to my, this one right here. And Lokag will attack twice, getting a 19 and a 25. Sorry, I meant to call those out as reckless.
Those are both hits.
Excellent. Damage and damage. 15 and 13 damage.
Nice.
The Lokag is going to take a pulse strike at the same dragon. 22.
22 is a hit.
Excellent. Yeah, I'm good with that. 9. So,
Okay.
actually, I will savage attack that because why not? There's really no reason not to give it a go.
Right.
Okay, cool. So it is 9.
Okay. So the wormling is very hurt, but does not fall.
Lokag rejoices. I have never fought dragons before. Bring it on.
Awesome. Next in the order is Clifford. They're both around the corner, so that each of them from your angle are going to get a little bit of cover to their AC. Unless, of course, Clifford moves. Might not read that way on the map, but... there's a
Yeah.
corner there.
Well, it won't matter in this case because Clifford pulls out a staff, and he will launch Melf's minute meteors using the power of the once a day from the staff, which will send 2 meteors. I don't know if I need to move forward a little bit to be able to get the right angle, but I want the meteors to be behind the 2 dragons on the right and the 2 dragons. And so each group would take 2d6. The first group would take 5, and the second would take 12. Say the right group takes 12.
All
Both
right.
of them.
Dex
and I think
saves.
that, dex saves.
All right. First
And I don't
2 for
know
the
if
2 on
this
the
is-
left. Sorry, this is supposed to be public. So the 2 on the left, top to bottom, and the 2 on the right, top to bottom. Let's see here. All right, one of them is going to outright fail their save.
Right. Yeah, the other 3. I don't know what the staff's DC is.
It's okay, I do.
Yeah, yes you do.
It is based on your save.
Oh, okay.
All right.
My saves are okay.
Oh, there's your damage. So you said 5 was to the group on the right?
The left.
The left, okay.
And that is his action. And he's going to pull back because he's covered in, he's like angry, but he's also covered in noxious, awful slime.
Yeah.
So he'll pull back to the corner here so he has a little cover.
Okay.
He'll say, watch out for the slime. You can tell Clifford has got his eyes. He's not even. He's not even trying to open his eyes because it's just covered in all sorts of.
Yeah. So one of the wormlings gives a ragged sort of gasp and falls to the ground. And that was the one whose turn was next. So next in the order is Millie.
Excellent. All right. Millie will move forward. Can't see anything in her current place.
Alright, so you got 10 more feet of movement, yeah? You can see them now. As you close with this green-scaled beast. Greenish-black mist sort of billowing out from in between its teeth. As it just breathed its gas. And what does Millie do? She closes with the dragon wormling.
Closing with the Wormling. Bring out the sword. The name is Hero. Just checking on some channel divinities. Nope. Okay. And attacking with the sword.
Nice. Okay, 16. Check is going to slide off of the green armored scales of the wormling's back.
Alright, take another slice at it.
Ooh, nat 20. That's definitely going to hit.
We're not still blessed, are we? Bless is over.
Let's see here. There was 3 rounds of combat, 2 rounds of movement, another round of movement. So there's probably 4 rounds of blessed left.
Oh,
That's
so his
a
first
minute,
attack. First attack might have hit.
Well, he's got the
Try to roll that.
D4 on there already.
It's on.
Oh,
there. It's
oh, it's automatic.
Right.
My bad.
And it is.
I'm gonna then
sapped.
throw.
Oh,
Oh, if it's still alive.
It is.
Okay, let's throw a divine smite at it as well.
All right.
Which is going to be some extra d8s in there. Another 14 divine radiant.
Feel free to describe or pass as you finish off the wormling.
Blade shimmers with divine energy as the first strike skims off the scales. Millie redirects it to slice, just kind of swinging around to figure out how to stab into the kind of chest area of one of this dragon wormling and just light it up with the divine radiance that has kind of become one with her.
Yeah, your skin may give a faint, like, pulse of golden white light as you use that divine strike. Up to you.
Yeah, like it.
Any bonus actions for Millie?
Nope, still concentrating on Shield of Faith.
All right. Next in the order is Helena.
Sorry.
It's all good.
X, as Helena gets ready to go, X is going to say, wait.
I'll wait then. Should I duck?
taxi. If you drop your initiative below mine, I'll use my turn to move your character.
Ooh, taxi. I see.
Crazy taxi.
Does that sound good to
Very well
Helena?
Oh, that sounds wonderful. I was gonna just move anyway.
Okay.
Now I can do more stuff potentially.
Yeah, totally. All right. Next in the order is one of the wormlings. Let's see here. Let's see here. Dragon sort of rolls its neck forward and breathes out another gout of poisonous gas, this time over Millie and Lokak, forcing you each to make con saving throws. Unlucky roll for you all, it recharged its breath weapon.
Yeah. Oh, damn.
It's going to be 15 damage to Millie, and a roll for Lokag as well.
Oh, wow.
And it keeps its position there. That one is dead. Next in the order is X.
Okay, I'm going to step back, grab a hold of Helena, and then from here I'll be able to move her 45 feet. 50 feet, actually. I'll move, dash, and then bonus action dash with Rogue. I can put Helena in that square right there.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah.
You said this one here?
Yep.
All right. That's definitely X's turn. So next in the order is Helena.
Can I see any of them from where I'm at?
Let's see here. From where you're at, you can see the one that's high up on the wall, but it's got some decent cover from where it's at. It'll have a +5 to its AC 3/4 cover.
Wonder if they like fire or ice. I wonder if I could.
They got hit. They got hit by fire, and they didn't seem to like it very much.
Well, I have the short sword with +1 fire.
Oh.
Well, it's
Clean it
+1
up.
sword, but with fire.
They did not seem particularly vulnerable to fire.
No?
Oh.
It hurt them just like it would hurt anyone.
Yeah, they're not resistant.
Well,
No,
yeah,
it seemed to be.
Can I do one and then the other? Because I got fire in it.
Yeah, if you want to move in and make a couple of melee attacks, you definitely can.
Yeah,
If you
Is
use
it
your
this one
bonus
on the
action,
left?
you can also get a third attack.
that'd be fun.
right.
Yeah, this one
Is
on
it
the
this
left.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like here?
That's fine, yeah.
Okay. And alright, we're gonna do oh, it's terrible.
It manages to pull its snout out of the way of your flashing blade.
I don't have bless anymore, I assume.
You do.
Oh. Would that
It's not
make
gonna
a difference?
no, it's not gonna help in this situation.
Okay. Now we're gonna slash with some fire.
All right. Roll that bless. Awesome. That 18 is definitely gonna hit. D6 plus your
Yes.
dex bonus. For some reason, that's just the fire from the damage. So go ahead and roll a d6, and also
Sorry.
add your dex. That's okay.
I'm just used to clicking the damage button.
Oh yeah, yeah. And
What?
then plus your dexterity, so that's 4, right? So that'd be a total of 6. And then you have another your offhand attack.
Let me try ice. Oh, no. Strategically, although the 3 slashes is cool, it's better to use my bonus action to get a Septic Strikes in on there.
Yeah,
So
it'll
that's
definitely. It's automatic damage. I see that.
That's
logic.
that's what I'm gonna do.
All right. Go ahead and roll that.
No.
Boo.
Dice are telling their story.
Wow.
Well, he's infected anyway.
That's right. All right.
The story the dice are telling is use the bow.
Yes. All right. Any more movement for Helena?
No.
Okay.
But let's bring the rats in.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Gravelix makes his way around the corner, trying to. Let's see here. I'll probably go to there and try to stay hidden. A wormling crashes down off the wall, lands heavily next to Lokag. Before anything happens, I'm going to roll a d6 and see if it recharges its breath weapon. It does not. Its snout, sort of wavering back and forth, almost hypnotically, suddenly darts forward toward Lokag. I'm going to use my inspiration and re-roll that bite. I'm going to use my last inspiration, player inspiration, and re-roll that bite. Man, dice are telling a story. The dragon's bite snaps on air. And as Lokag winds up to make his attack, I think this is where we're going to have to pause for the session.
Oh.
We are at time.
Very exciting.
Indeed.
Lokag swings his glaive. Oh. Lokag just goes and joins Merlin at the equipment. Dragons got to take their union-mandated goblin break.
What's this button do?
There's a loud like Flintstone whistle in the goblin caverns, and everybody stops fighting.
Exactly. You slide down the brontosaurus.
Well, as you'll have, fought closer to the masters, you all can. This is obviously this one that you just came to with all the machinery is the lair of another one of the masters, known as Bratst, some sort of artificer, somewhat like Merlin, according to Merlin. But yeah, man, good plan on that fight. Good con check for Clifford, which was to bait those creatures in. The hobgoblins were not going to move unless I had on paper they were baited in by some sort of check. So Clifford managed to do that, got him in further.
Roll
through
the 20. The
Roll
dice.
20 on that. Yeah, the dice wanted
Yeah,
that
the
to
dice
happen
said.
for sure. Goaded these hobgoblins in. Finished them off, a little bit of exploration. And now dealing with some wormlings. So, how was y'all session, everybody? Loquitur, how about you? Any thoughts?
Oh, it's good stuff. It feels like we're just progressing closer and closer to the end. I don't know. I don't know how the rest of you all feel, but it's kind of like some anticipation. Like every session is closer and closer to the top. So I don't know. It feels pretty cool. I like these fights. X was completely useless in that first fight, man. Everything I tried to do, everybody was just saving against it. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
Happens every now and then.
It
right?
does, every now and then, yeah.
Didn't get anything to stick. But, good session, good stuff, man.
Heck yeah. Seconded. Pon Pon, how about you? Any thoughts on the session?
Yeah, I killed a lot of goblins. That was nice. I had a lot of fun with that. I had a great time. I think, I don't know. I just had a lot of fun. I get more and more into all of the characters as it goes, and I like the little bond. Cliff and Helena got a thing going, you know,
Mhm.
shoots together and maybe thinking about blowing stuff up together. And
Yes. Heist. We got a heist movie coming.
yeah,
Yeah, the spin-off
Helena
show.
and Clifford. I can see it. That makes a lot of sense, actually.
Get the whole team. We're doing Dragon Heist next season.
Too bad we couldn't make these wormlings our friends. I mean, we've
No.
succeeded with rats and a few goblins. Why not at least one or two of these? You know, we have a
That's
nice
right.
little vagabond group of freaks.
There's always next session. Can still have
Pretty
it.
Are there eggs? They're eggs, right? Are there like a bunch of? Is there a clutch of eggs?
You have to
in the
keep going
place,
and
are
find
there-
out.
And we'll see.
Because
That's
I'm like,
There
Where's
seems to
the
be some
mom?
on this map.
right,
Yes.
where's the mom?
where's
How's
the
she
mom?
gonna feel about this?
Yeah.
Not in the water. They wouldn't be in the water hiding. That never happens. with dragons.
I'm sure it won't pop out and kill us all next time.
Is that water? I thought that was a giant hole.
It is a giant hole that goes deeper down into the
Thank-
stone.
Looks like there's a magma river underneath us.
It's
Oh, a
just
little, yeah, I
light,
can
light
see
from
that.
below. That's my own
Yeah, it's
Uh,
deep.
well,
map
deep.
making
I
efforts.
ate it.
Oh.
If we want dragons, we can take some eggs, go back with us to Bridget's Flame, and if the
And raise
dragon
them.
eggs don't convert to something good,
Oh,
we'll still
God.
have breakfast.
Eugenics.
I love that idea.
Eugenics.
Awesome. Clifford, how about you? Any thoughts?
Oh, I'm thinking about the ethical, the moral options.
As you should.
I'm deciding whether eggs will live or not based on a god that I don't even see. I can't even see this god you're talking about, but I can feel it. I've been really enjoying this, using the stick, pulling out the missiles that I've been holding for a while. Probably overkill, but he feels like Tim, you know, from Holy Grail. So that was fun. And just a lot of action, a lot of fighting and strategy and moving around. And I had a great time. It was fun. And we were also just goofing off. I had a lot of laughs. So
Yeah,
it's a great
yeah.
episode. I'm excited.
Hell yeah. Big Rye, how about you?
Oh, I'm very excited to be fighting dragons, and I feel like we're on the precipice of fighting a master. So I'm stoked.
Soon.
Very stoked.
Soon. Heck yeah. Jay Finky?
Yeah, it was very exciting. The battle going on kind of in that northern room. I had no idea what to expect of at all. Kind of whether or not we were just going to stand there in a stalemate or have them charge with like 100 hobgoblins and just be overwhelmed or whatnot. But surprisingly, a lot less hobgoblins than I expected, so that went well.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then just getting into the workshop, you know, I don't know. I certainly expected to run into something sooner than these dragons, so curious to see what's lurking behind door number 1.
Well, good. I like it when my players wonder and are curious about things. That's the whole point. Heck yeah. Well, all around, a good session. Awesome session, as we got to get closer to kind of the culmination of all of these events. And yeah, it really feels like it's sort of building up to a big moment. So I'm looking forward to the next few sessions. Thanks for a great session, everybody. And Mythlanders out there, thanks for joining us. Thanks for being with us. Thanks for giving my players great and terrible ideas. It's hot out there, so make sure you're drinking lots of water. Get some good rest. Get out there and play y'all's story. We'll see y'all next week. Have a good week. And say goodnight, Mythlanders. Good night, everybody.
I know.